When we're talking about racial justice, how can we truly do that if we don't do that in collaboration with community?
Public Health Advocates is a statewide policy and advocacy focused organization, really dedicated to helping our state government in particular address racial disparities in health in our state and change the kinds of policies that the state develops and the kinds of programs it has on offer to help communities of color.
Here in Sacramento, we're advocating that the Board of Supervisors use some of the American Rescue Plan Act funds to fund community-based organizations that are BIPOC-led and or serving.
We've seen a really powerful display of what happens when community is in alignment with policy, in alignment with local government. It's important that we care for our most vulnerable populations, or that we're working from community first, because oftentimes those that are most vulnerable, those that have been historically marginalized and disinvested, or their voices oftentimes aren't heard or lifted up to the highest levels of state government. Assuring that when we're allocating resources, when we're making investments, when we're talking about racial justice, how can we truly do that if we don't do that in collaboration with community?
The Aligning Systems with Community Priorities approach area works with organizations around the state focused on both helping our public agencies really strengthen their focus on racial equity and developing really deep partnerships with the communities they serve. We also work with community organizations to harness their voices and bring their needs and priorities to the public sector and hold their public agencies accountable. Build Vallejo is a collaborative of partners from public health, community organizing, and healthcare. Its 4 core members are Urban Habitat, Bar High, Kaiser Permanente, and Solano County Department of Public Health.
Urban Habitat is a regional advocacy organization in the Greater Bay Area, and we partner with local organizations to advance equity in transportation, land use, and housing policies. We helped low-income communities of color build power so they can determine their own destinies. Our goal is to take as much land and housing off the speculative market as possible to make it affordable and healthy and secure for those who need it most.
Housing is a human right for people. And so we want to make sure that the people who are in a position where they need help, if they're having a tenant issue, if they're having a rent issue, that there's somewhere for them to go. Mostly Black and brown people that are being impacted by the affordability factor. So we wanted to make sure that Vallejo started really having a concrete policy that's going to enable people to buy homes, be able to live here, and have that property become affordable.
By addressing basic needs that people have, like housing and food and education, we are keeping them healthier, right? That is public health.
Now is the time to create really deep changes inside our public systems to move them toward our communities and to support our communities in seizing this moment and having more influence over how our government makes its decisions. When you create the space for those partners to come together and you support them in taking the long-term journey on this work, they create really deep change and really lasting change.